Next, we're going to talk about Stormie.
You know, the shit that you do when you're with him isn't fucking normal. People don't wake up and they're like, oh, I can't wait to get raped today. No, but if you're dating a fucking dude that only gets his dick hard when the word rape comes up, I'm sorry. As a woman or fucking human being, like, I'm not a dude, so obviously I can't say as a man. But as a woman, when you love somebody, you fucking love them, flaws and all.
Stormie.
How some of his majority of his relationships all ended due to jealousy, which being one of many, I can't speak for everyone else, but I can speak for myself. And it was more lying and betrayal than anything. And the fact that he put one of his victims up on blast, you know, saying her name, I did want to put, you know, Dear William Control on this video. But then that would mean that I am trying to speak to him. Like, no, I'm speaking to everyone that has seen this and that has questions, or maybe, you know, if you follow my progress in life and, you know, that I built WASP because of this. WASP is Women Against Sexual Predators, and he was the focal point of this. This is not political. He wasn't just some dude. A bunch of chicks are like, oh my God, we love him so much. Like, and accuse him of all these fucking heinous crimes.
You know, I've always loved her name. It's like a alter ego from a comic book.
Hey y'all, what's up? So, yeah, William Control's new video.
I need one of those starving type of daddies. One that can have anyone he wants, but only truly craves one, you know? That the kind that will do everything and anything for the right kind of whore queen. Possibilities are endless, and the cum just pours out of my pussy kind of daddy. The kind of daddy that can live with a few but only needs a special kind of slut. For all. Now I can't ever leave or disappear. You want to know what my biggest problem is? You have me dick sprung like a motherfucker. Like dick fever. And when I think about you giving my A1 dick to these dime a dozen bitches, I'm like, no. Hell no. I will kill you. Trying to move on my dick. Since the first day we fucked, it was all over for me. But I wasn't gonna be like some, hey, I'm gonna need you to clear your dick schedule indefinitely. Ha ha ha. But now that I've gotten older and we discuss real shit, real problems, and build a real future, I see what it means to truly love someone. I am never going to try to change you. I love you just the way you are. Imperfections, slaves, bitches, distant affection. I know we wouldn't be here if you didn't believe in what I am capable of. And I know you don't fuck around with my heart. You are the illest and realest nigga on my team. Ha ha ha. My gangster ass husband. The one I always dreamed about. You are my happily ever after. I don't need to see your ass every day to know that you love me or miss me. Proof is in the pudding. And you still fuck butterflies into my pussy. That's how I know it's real. My undying love for you. Sounds pretty legit. She says, all daddies, thank you so much for everything, Daddy. I had a blast, and I know that she will be a great addition to our whore family. I love you with all my soul. You gave me the best birthday present ever. And I say, happy birthday, whore. Thank you, my king. I got a happy, sore pussy. A1 dick game goes hard. Real shit, I'm struggling to sit down, she responds. And I say, good, a gentle reminder of who owns that cunt. Then she says, Daddy, you absolutely didn't send them. Yeah, no, I definitely filmed that encounter. And no, I didn't send them. I'm not sure why she thought she could make up that story. But people believed her. People believed her lies. Even though this is what she said, and there's video evidence of it.
Girl, when I tell you that I had to watch his video almost 3 times to not only get the gist of everything that he was saying in regards to Stormie, but to like encapsulate the entire situation. You know what? Because I didn't follow this whole sex cult bullshit. I remember when it came out, and I remember when everything was going down. But like I told y'all, I never paid too much attention to it. So like all these females, like yeah, Sarka sounds familiar. Stormie sounds slightly familiar. I just always kind of thought that she was like a merch girl or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm super confused. I probably am. But Victoria doesn't sound familiar at all. Didn't even know that Victoria was associated with Stormie. Also, too, because he's talking about Stormie, I believe that she was the one who was one of the most active on social media. And so when girl, like when I tell you that I was trying to be a good YouTuber and research the situation and see what I could find, yo, finding some shit on Stormie is hard as hell, and it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. And you want to know what? It's also hard to find anything about William's ex-wife. So, and the only reason why is because I saw like a blog. It was probably Sick Chirpsy or whatever. Because I remember when she like tweeted not tweeted, but like this Instagram post on like one of the blogs, Sick Chirpsy, which is another blog about like, it's just things in general. And they made a few articles in regards to William's cult allegations and all of this and everything was blowing up. And she did state that the relationship was not an open relationship. And she did state that she still, has love and support for him. I mean, of course, they have a child together, but the reasons for the divorce are much deeper. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly she said this because I cannot verify or track down if that's her real account. And even when I look for her on Instagram, I see nothing. Like it's hard. However, I was lucky enough to catch a recent live stream from Stormie.
I was tired of constantly having that murky cloud lingering over my life, and I just took them all down because he's completely irrelevant. He's out of my life, out of everything. I don't know. I had to literally detox myself from that situation, and it was a fucking grueling process, but it is possible. And my better half isn't here to do this with me. He's currently at work right now. I kind of wanted him to be there as, a male's perspective, and so you guys could see what it's like through the person, like significant other of someone that's been abused, and like what that day-to-day is like, because it's not fucking easy. It hasn't been easy since all of this shit happened. And him coming back, I was getting messages that just said, he's back. And I was like, who? Well, what the fuck's going on? And then I was informed that there was a video and to tread lightly on it. And I was like, well, now I'm fucking curious. You know what I mean? Like almost a year later, what really could you say? The last time I had an actual conversation with him, it was via email. And I just simply, stated that to make him look less shitty, it would be best if he just apologized. I mean, a sorry goes a long fucking way. Well, when all this shit happened and took place, I naturally started this safety net. He talks about how some of his majority of his relationships all ended due to jealousy, which being one of many, I can't speak for everyone else, but I can speak for myself. And it was more lying.
I'm happy I caught this because she said some things, of course, that I understand where she could be coming from. However, she did say some things that I disagree with. And then there were some things that she said, I'm just like, girl, why are you saying that? So as far as like, why are you saying that? I do not like how Stormie felt the need to like bring William's kid in it and say, oh, well, you're not a good dad. You're a terrible example of a father. Da-da-da. He's going to Google and he's going to see all these things and you're terrible. Da-da-da.
Privately message these people like, oh, I'm going to release all of your information online. Like, how are you being a good dad? If that's what's most important, like, nobody did this to you but you. And as unfortunate as all of this shit was, I made some really good relationships. I made some incredible friends. I've met some beautiful people inside and out. Like, it wasn't that women just hopped on this bandwagon.
It irritates me that she said that, because in William's video, even though on her it seems as though he has the most receipts on her so far. I mean, maybe you're gonna come out with the feature film, girl, 2 hours long. I mean, then my ass is gonna be having to do even more research, and the video won't come till next year. But in his video, he not once dragged her as a mom. He not once, I think the child's name Memphis or something like that. Not once.
And then we decide to break up. I respond to her, I need you to fix yourself. I love you, but I'm never going to be able to fix your head. You need to get some therapy, and this isn't me ragging on you. I'm legitimately concerned with your well-being. You're not going to be able to be a good mother, lover, daughter unless you learn how to reconcile your past and move on. Please, I beg you. She responds, I'm sorry. But you don't. If this is the last thing I can show you before I go, well, at least now you know. And I'm like, huh? A couple days later, what she tells me she's going to do is she's going to tell her story to the world on Facebook. Okay? I send her a message. So now you're going to leave again, and this time you're going to tell the world about our relationship? What the fuck, Stormie? She says, I'm telling my story. I'm letting you go. I'm letting it all go. Every story I wrote about you, every poem, every painting, every memory I wrote down, I wanted to remember. I remember everything, every fucking thing, especially everything you pretend you were, everything you lied about, everything you are, and everything you cannot be. Everything you aren't has to go. I was never enough for you, but I am enough for myself. I'm not sorry. You do not own me. I am not your property. You do not control me. You have no pull on me anymore. You do not love me. You never did. We wouldn't be here if you did, and now I know that. I have always fucking known that. You have destroyed me for the last time. You have manipulated and fucked with my head for the last time. This isn't real, and it's time to wake up. Fuck you for always making me feel like I wasn't enough, for breaking me down nothing, for pushing me off the fucking cliff. Fuck you for dropping a nuclear bomb on my soul, for splitting my heart and mind in half. Thank you for killing me, for killing the woman I wasn't. Thank you for torturing me, for ripping me in half. I became whole. And I just respond, wow.
When the baby was sick and had to go to the doctor or whatever, he was like, oh, I hope the baby's okay. Da-da. And, he did say that I suggest that you get some mental health help to help benefit your son and, to give him a better future, because you deserve to be mentally healthy and okay, and I support you every step of the way. However, I don't understand her need to be petty like that unless it's for a reason, okay? I really wish I would have seen some of Stormie's old posts. And, I mean, I've read stuff here and there, but, I hear that she's made really problematic videos. And it's frustrating even for me to call the videos problematic. And I say that only because of what followed thereafter, okay? It's frustrating for me because I do support women who, I don't support, I'm not a rape apologist. I don't agree with that. And I do support true victims, and I do support women who have truly gone through trauma and have truly been held against their will and truly beaten and put into situations to where they had no escape. I do have sympathy as well as empathy for those women and honestly victims, period, because men go through it too, okay? And I do not agree with that. However, you know, I have frustrations with Stormie because she talks about how you're forcing women to go get tattooed.
Nobody wakes up and is like, oh, I can't wait to fucking go sell my body for some dude. Oh, I'm super psyched to get my cunt tattooed, branding myself property for the rest of my life. No, and we can't say our parents failed us. You know what I mean? You preyed on a specific type of person. That is why you were able to manipulate them and get so many to do exactly what you wanted.
You have to walk your ass into the tattoo parlor and say, I want this tattoo. I'm pretty sure that even the tattoo artists, I mean, you know, most tattoo artists are pretty down, you know, for whatever. I mean, they've done some crazy tattoos. I mean, folks out here getting face tats, girl, you know, but like, you have to walk your ass in there and be like, I want the W tatted on my vagina. Which, girl, can't relate. Can't relate. Ah, Lord. You know, she talked about that as if it was such a crazy thing, but yet William in his video said that, well, I didn't want her to get the tattoo, and she like argued me down for it.
There you go. Let's press on. So this is after I let's see. This is, I mean, I at this point I had given her a collar. She had gotten my tattoo, my initial tattoo on her, which, by the way, she didn't. She claims that I made her do that. No, she begged and begged to do that. I finally agreed, and then she went and got it done, and it looked like shit with the shittiest fonts that I would have never let her get. But anyways, she wore my collar, she had my tattoo, or she had my name tattooed on her vagina.
And the receipts that he did show and he did mention. Now, I'm pretty sure that wasn't all the receipts, because if he can make an hour-long video on just like the tail end of their, you know, relationship, their saga, we can go call that a saga, girl. Like, that ain't no relationship. Then I can only imagine how many receipts that he would have throughout the history of time. However, he's like, you know, I didn't want you to get that, did I? She argues him down, and she's highly argumentative all throughout the text. And to be honest, you know, because this is not going to be a biased video towards William either, because I see fault at both ends. And I have a few things to say about William, actually. I have a few things to say about him, actually. Bruh, he literally said, oh, yeah, she was like kind of volatile from the beginning, and, you know, our relationship was, you know, kind of like topsy-turvy, whatever. I forgot the language that he actually used, whatever. That first message where she like turned super disrespectful and was like, oh, you're not gonna be here for me, da-da-da. And she got in her feelings about like not seeing him, and she was like on the verge of like this breakdown. And then it was like right before they had the encounter with the fat chick.
Story. Probably could have used some punctuation, but I respond, I'm still unclear as to what that means. Can you please speak in English and not witch? Please. Sorry, I haven't seen these messages in a while. I forgot how volatile our relationship was. Thank you, Daddy. That's Daddy's pussy. And I absolutely love watching you fuck your fat pig. Having her eat my cunt, getting it nice and wet for our Lord. Hopefully, you will do me the honor and send me those videos so I can enjoy touching myself to them while you are on tour.
The fat pig, girl. Like, girl, really, girl? Bro, where is the block button? Like, where is the block button? Where? I would not subject myself to that. And you know what? Speaking of subjecting myself to that, I'm going to go ahead and actually expose myself, right? So we have already came to the conclusion, and I've already told you guys that I've had a previous ex-friend who was very heavily involved with him while he was married, and it was almost like a guarantee, like on-site thing that they would be together when he was, you know, in Chicago. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something, okay? Some of y'all already know this, okay? Because some of y'all know me, like, in life, but the very first time they hooked up, right? The very first time they hooked up, or maybe it was the second time. Maybe it was second, because it was at Bottom Lounge, like one of his shows at Bottom Lounge in the city, right? They didn't hook up like in the venue, right? But they left, right? At that show in particular, I remember when she went up to the merch table and she like was talking to him and he whispered in her ear about getting together for like a rendezvous, remembering her from like the previous show, She came back to me, okay? And she was like, do you want to come have a threesome with us? Do you want to come do this, girl? I said, no, he's not my type. Like, no tea, no shade, but like, he's not my type. Speaking of him not being my type, right? I'm pretty sure that that message got across to him through her, because he not once was ever disrespectful to me. Like, William has never been disrespectful to me. He's never been hostile to me. Literally, the whole threesome thing was brought up that one time through my friend. Every time I went to the show, didn't hear nothing about it. So when I'm hearing about him being this domineering person, forcing his will upon people, and you gonna fuck me one way or another, bitch, like pretty much, like, nah, cause like I've been around dudes who are more aggressive than him, even after I tell folks that they're not my type. You ever been in the club and you had somebody try to buy you like a drink or something like that, and you're like, no, I don't want to, drink or whatever. I don't want you to buy it, And then they grab your arm and they're like, you gonna come here? And it's like, you gotta like, never, okay? Also, too, with the whole rape talk, Stormie bothers me when she says, well, he clearly gets off on the word rape and he has a thing about control. Two things about that. And this is just from what I know, okay? And maybe there are things that I don't know, because I'm pretty sure that, like, my ex-friend did not tell me everything. And to be honest, like, sometimes I would be like, girl, I don't want to hear it. Like, she would tell me some shit. I'm like, girl, I ain't trying to hear that. Girl, I don't really give a damn about him, Not like that. You feel me? She never once, she did show me text between them before. I have seen text between them before. But I never once saw the word rape. I never saw the word, I'm gonna tear your filthy hole open with my rage. Like, bitch, I just did not see it. And granted, she's one person, okay? And I'm only one person. Out of all of these girls and out of all this chaos and stuff, and I know that he had a lot of girls. I know that, and I'm gonna get into that too. However, just for me, I'm gonna speak on what I know. Y'all know I give y'all the facts, like, period. Like, I did not see that type of behavior that Stormie is projecting onto him displayed in his actions with my friend. Granted, now, Sarka, Victoria, well, not even really Victoria, not even really like that, like, Sarka and Stormie, they would use the words like rape and stuff like that as like a way in form of like sexual arousal. They would say it too. If you're gonna criticize someone for being turned on by that word, then don't fucking engage. It's a two-way street. If it makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you unhappy, then you don't have to engage. You can say no. It's okay. And you can probably say no before y'all even get in the room, like at the show, because he arranges his bitches at the shows, or he did. I'm hoping that I'm really hoping that he does not. If he ever gets back into music, that's one thing because this shit sucks, but that's a whole new rant. Bro, if something makes you uncomfortable, you can say something before you even get to that point. And William just does not strike me as the type of person to where if you tell him no, simply because I'm one of those people that was like, no, even still to this day, he's still not my type. No tea, no shade. I just think he's cool. I just think the guy makes good music. Shit. I'm just trying to hear London Town. Like, leave me alone, girl. Like, it's a two-way damn street. It's a two-way damn street. And I just don't agree with the pettiness and the shadiness. Now, granted, I did not follow this whole scandal. I didn't give a shit to know, okay? I only know what he's presenting, and if I can find things, because I feel like if I am going to be covering his whole scandal and him exposing, even though I'm here for the tea and the receipts because I live, I'm gonna try and just do my research and tell you guys both sides so you all can make firm decisions for yourselves as you please, because that's like the point of covering a topic. Now, y'all know I don't do too much, research and stuff like that. I'm just here for the tea, but I am also here for my community and whoever wants to know, especially if you're like me, you don't know shit, I figure I can know something. But in all seriousness, like, just from looking at some of Stormie's Facebook posts.
And cut conversation when you called me butt naked to tell me aliens probed you. I haven't trusted you, nor have been in contact with you, or have brought you up. You had my podcast pulled because I'm not going to say William groomed or raped you. When you said yourself, you don't think he did. You had my podcast pulled because I'm not going to say William groomed nor raped you. When you yourself, you said yourself, you don't think he did. Wow. Wow. Stay away from WASP taking these poor girls' money. People donated it on their own free will. No one was forced. My art page is the taste of paint because you're so interested. And oh yeah, as far as me being a racist piece of shit, please tell that to my bloodline. So then Victoria responds, and we went through that message. No, what I actually said was that I don't have a vivid recollection of events because I was very literally on crack when I met William. Fucking beautiful.
Even, like, I had screenshots at one point and stuff was basically saying that they couldn't trust anything I was saying because I was mentally ill. And you're true, you cannot trust anything I say because I'm mentally ill. And I appreciate that it might not stand into a court of law, but I need the court of public opinion.
I don't need the court of law. I need the court of public opinion.
As well as her live stream, I'm like, honey, if you had these issues, you could have said and done something. But you were very, very, very interactive with him. And you were quite submissive to him. Now, she mentions how he's turned on by control. Granted, I know that. I mean, we in control. I mean, it's like, I mean, girl. I mean, girl. It's girl, girl. It makes sense. However, in order to truly allow someone, I love how she said that, he doesn't have control over me anymore, and, da-da-da. But in order for someone to have control over you, you have to submit the control. You have to put it in your mind that this person is more superior than you, and you act a certain way. Now, granted, these roles play out in BDSM, but also they play out in like everyday relationships too. And it just depends. You know what I'm saying? But I don't allow nobody no control over me. I'll be damned, bitch. Bitch. I'm my own bitch over here, okay? Like, you feel me? But in all seriousness, I just couldn't believe that she said that without acknowledging that. It's like, you played a part, bruh. And it's like, whether you like it or not, and I think maybe a part of it is shame. Like, maybe it's shame. Maybe she feels, damn, like, I got so involved with this dude, I went so far down. And I do believe where she went wrong. I think she probably fell in love with him and maybe got some hardcore feelings for him. Like, that's what I think happened. Like, I think that what happened is she got some hardcore attachment feelings for him and she is pressed. Understandable. However, that's not all his fault, especially when he tells you, you know, I'm off to the next city, I'm going here, I'm going there, and he's kind of open about, like, his girls. I mean, he would even tell my ex-friend, like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this bitch tonight, you wanna come through, da-da-da. Very much, like, and if it's something that you don't like, and if it's something that you're uncomfortable with, then you can step away, and you can end that relationship at any time. Also, too, that's on William. That's on William, too. If people get too crazy, get too dramatic, whatever, you can cut folks off too, bruh. You ain't gotta fuck everybody, like, bruh. I'm gonna get into that in just a bit too. But you really don't. And it's like, a lot of folks out here aren't worth your attention. They're not even worth your body. Sex is a very, like, intimate thing. You are sharing your body. You are sharing yourself with this person. And you're trusting yourself with a person. And it's so many things involved. And whether you're spiritual or not, I feel like it's also spiritual. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much to where it's like, you shouldn't want to spread yourself around like that, because people's energies transfer. And you never know. The person you might be sleeping with could be toxic as hell. And you wonder why you can't just, you know, stop sweating this motherfucker. Like, you wondering what the fuck is wrong with you, because you have opened up your energy to that individual. And it's like, for William, to be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it all the way 100. I'm mad disappointed, bro. Bro, I'm mad disappointed. I'm hoping, honestly, truly, if you ever start touring again, I'm hoping that you don't do this shit. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say something. I have never slept with William. I told y'all this. My friend did. However, my girl was not the only Chicago girl that he had. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. If I know that you have multiple bitches in every city, and this is just aside from her, because other girls at the shows would talk to me too about stuff. If I know that aside from my ex-friend, you have bitches in multiple cities, you have multiple bitches at multiple shows waiting for you for rendezvous. If I know how you get down the sack, some of the things that you say, your sex life is too messy. I, as someone who has never slept with you, been near you like that, I should not know these things. Granted, now my friend, she was spilling the tea on site, but like, I had other people coming up to me like, oh girl, it's like this. It's like this known thing. It's like under, like, very much like what I said, like in my video. It's like understood that he like has his bitches. Like, is that a cult? I still am gonna say I'm not quite sure, because I don't know. Like, because I don't think that all his girls have relationships or acknowledgements over each other and certain understandings. It's just known that they're gonna sleep with him. And also too, as well, what I'm kind of seeing a pattern of, especially with Sarka and Stormie, and even my ex-friend, and I have other tea, okay? And who knows, I might spill it in another video. Folks get attached. And sometimes when people get attached to someone who they feel like they can't have, and it's like known that they can't have, but yet you have this energy to where they're submitting the control to you because they're your subs, right? You're submissive, right? And not like YouTube subs, but like you're submissive, right? That's a mind game, okay? And when you start to feel attached and when you start to develop feelings, it makes you a little crazy, okay? Some folks felt like it was a challenge to take him from his wife. Some folks felt intrigued to try and be like one of his next baby mamas. I could never. I could never. But when you're involved with people like this, it happens with these emotions, okay? And, you know, for William, I hope moving forward that he can understand that it's more than just sex for some people. It's more than just a BDSM rendezvous or whatever. It's mental. Now, granted, you get off on some of the mental, stimulation, whatever, but some folks aren't going to react the way you always want them to. And especially when people might already be unstable, people might already be suffering with mental health issues. That's when like crazy bitch syndrome is like prevalent. And it's like you open yourself up to that, my dude. Like you okay, on that level you do it to yourself. I do not believe that everything that's happened to him is deserved. I don't think that anyone deserves to pretty much sacrifice their career for some fucking bullshit. Because it affects more than just the artist. I mean, I'm a freaking fan. I'm still waiting on the next show. And I'm just like, well, shit, I might as well make a damn YouTube video about the scandal, bitch. It's frustrating. It's annoying. This shit sucks. Now, I'm going to just say one last thing that Stormie addressed. She did address how she feels as though he's a sex addict.
Cool. Just because you give up one thing doesn't mean you ended your addiction. You are addicted. You are addicted to sex. You are addicted to harming people. You are addicted to control. And that's fine. But fucking own it.
From the videos, from talking to my ex-friend about their encounters, from even Stormie's video, and from his alleged wife's Instagram account, just like the little unspoken words, I suspect addiction too. And I know he's like pretty much straight edge, he's been like sober off of alcohol and stuff like that for years. He got sick like way back when, I think like, was that before Aiden? Or wow, Aiden. I think that was right before Aiden maybe. I don't know. It was back in the day. Sometimes when people go straight edge, because I dated someone who was straight edge. They fulfill addiction in other ways, whether it be creativity, whether it be sex or whatever. I'm not trying to shame him. I'm not trying to diagnose him. However, I do suspect it. And if he is suffering from sex addiction, then get help, bro, and get better and know how to guide yourself better. And honestly, protect yourself, because you can't keep living like this and leaving yourself open to all this bullshit. Because I feel like if he doesn't get help, or if he hasn't already, I don't know, he ain't said nothing, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get help, this shit can happen again, and it can happen on a worse scale. I personally don't want to see that shit. I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Like, I am still looking forward to covering more videos and topics with you guys. However, this just got more serious. I mean, shit. I mean, this is deep, y'all. Like I said, like some things, like I disagree with Stormie with what she said, but some things I also disagree with William. Some things I do agree with what she said. Sometimes I agree with William. It's very much, I'm still like in the middle, because I see from the outside looking in, it makes sense. Even though it's all really dysfunctional and crazy, but it's making sense. And hopefully, this can just mean better lives for everybody. Hopefully Stormie really is moved on and not bothered, and She ain't really said much since her video came out, but I'm gonna be keeping tabs on it, whatever. William tweeted that she privated all her YouTube videos. It's girl, it's the drama girl. The amount of drama, girl, tad. But I know that this video is longer. I know some of you guys like my longer videos, and I had a lot of receipts too from what I found and just trying to put things together, and just like from the clips too as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you guys, and I'll definitely be going ahead and seeing y'all in the next one. Mwah.